Today we're talking about veteran and nightmare difficulty and how you can know it 100% is a problem and what we can do to fix it. So, Act 1 of Veteran. Granted, the game is new. I'll get into that in a moment, but 0.01% of players have completed it. And I can't tell you how many posts I've already seen for Act 1 on Veteran. Like, it's ridiculous how many people are attempting it and how many people have farmed out and gotten all or at least most of the cards, and people cannot complete Act 1 on Veteran. Now, there is an 8% completion rate on PC, but if you don't already know, PC has training programs that can allow them to unlock all the cards at once, as well as many other bonuses to make their playthrough incredibly easy compared to console. So you can't respect the number of cheaters. I mean, they did not do their run legit. There's no way that PC has 8% and console has 1 in 10,000 player completion rate. Yes, 0.01 equates to 1 in 10,000 players that have played this game have completed Act 1 on Veteran. At this point in time, more players should have been able to beat Veteran. Nightmare is a whole nother story, but the fact that Veteran has such a low completion rate, Veteran and Nightmare clearly both need to be nerfed. Personally, I think the biggest issue is the special infected spawn rate. The spawn rate is just ridiculous. You're running out of ammo, even if you stay and you clear them out and you slowly progress through boards. It just takes too long to kill them early into the acts, unless you all focus fire, and then you all focus fire, and you can't even move forward because now you got another effect that you got to deal with, and then you got another effect that you got to deal with. The spawn rate really is a problem on Veteran and Nightmare. Granted, now you got so many corruption cards once you get up to Veteran and Nightmare. I haven't even tried Nightmare, but I know it's worse than Veteran, and you get more. So, I mean, that's why I haven't even bothered Nightmare, because Veteran is like such a nightmare in itself at the moment. So, what can we do to actually fix this right now? We all need to get on the Twitter and comment to the devs and let them know our biggest issue with it. Personally, mine is I think the special infected rate is too fast. They upped the damage on the Wretch, which I don't think needed to be upped. I think it's I mean, I'm fine with the damage being up, but its auto targeting sometimes needs to be reduced. How quickly it fires in certain scenarios. It seems to be easier to kill now since the last update, but I don't know. Sometimes, like when it's just coming out of the shadows, like it shouldn't be like auto targeting when it comes out of like the bush or something, where the audible for hearing it is so low. I don't mind it at close range spawning, firing faster, but these long range attacks are ridiculous. When you get two, three of them on the board at once, which does happen, it can be a real problem sometimes. Another thing is the fire rate of the hawkers. Once you get like two hawkers, you get one person pinned. You have to choose between taking the hawker or freeing them. It's almost impossible to free them and take the shot on them, and you get like three hawkers at once. It's so easy for your entire team almost to get pinned, or at least take a lot of damage, because now you gotta take out the prioritize taking out a potential hawker and then freeing versus freeing and taking out the hawker. So I do think the fire rate of the hawkers does need to be reduced by at least 25%. But whatever problems you think are the worst, I would definitely let them know so they can take into consideration what most people feel is a problem. All voice your opinions. But there is no way that the difficulty is at a reasonable level for what they give you to work with if the middle difficulty is a 0.01 completion at this point, and PC, even with the ability to cheat and have every card active at the start of the act, among countless other cheats that I've seen. I mean, that's just the biggest one. Infinite uses of items and other things are in these programs, and the success rate is 8% on Veteran, but still 0% on Nightmare. So that means that even these players that are cheating on PC to beat Veteran cannot beat Nightmare. With all them cheats, they still can't beat Nightmare. What chance in hell does a console player have to beat a Nightmare mode that PC with cheating cannot beat? So it is a serious problem, because it's just aggravating. Like, Recruit is too easy. Veteran and Nightmare need a nerf. Now, I think a couple of these special infected rates, and like I said, the Hawker's fire rate should be nerfed across the board. Recruit, Veteran, Nightmare, all across the board. Recruit should be a little bit easier. Um, Even with a full deck, playing with teams with maxed out decks, I mean, that's easy. But like, if you're playing and you're trying to beat Recruit with like the beginning cards, even like mid-level decks, it can be pretty rough. It shouldn't be that rough on Recruit. Their difficulty scale with the three choices is terrible. That's my opinion. I'm pretty sure the majority of you are going to feel the same. But if we don't voice our opinions, nothing will get changed. So I'm doing this video for all my subscribers, and hopefully some of you other people that are checking this out will feel the same and voice their opinions as well if you think it needs a change. Personally, from the completion rate for the achievements, to me, even though I would just disregard my opinion completely, I mean, the achievement rate, success rate speaks for itself. Anyway,